What if I told you that what you're watching right now isn't just a video, it's transformation unfolding in real time? This isn't just another clip floating around the internet. If you clicked, if you're still watching, it's because something deep within you called for this. A call for change. A call for truth. In the realm of spiritual alchemy, nothing is random. What we call coincidence is simply a deeper law we haven't recognized yet. Everything follows principles. All creation begins in the mind. Everything is energy in motion. Your thought drew this in. This video is the response. And even if part of you doubts it, you can feel on a deeper level that this moment is not by accident. The Kybalion, an ancient and hidden work, wasn't made for the masses. It reveals itself only when someone is truly ready to see beyond the illusion and to begin reshaping their life from the core. The fact that you're here is not just timing, it's a signal. And don't worry if you feel unsure or confused. You don't need more facts, you need to awaken what you already carry within. What I'll share with you here will help unlock that memory. By the end of this video, you'll learn how to apply the 7 Hermetic Principles from the Kybalion in a real and life-changing way. But before we get to that, there's something important you need to hear, something only those who are truly prepared will understand. Long before modern science existed, even before religion took the forms we know today, there was a mysterious figure known across cultures, Hermes Trismegistus, the thrice great, 3 times master, 3 times initiated into the deepest truths of reality. He was where 2 worlds met. In Egypt, he was Thoth, the god of writing, wisdom, and time. In Greece, he was Hermes, the divine messenger between the seen and unseen worlds. When these 2 identities merged, they formed an archetype so profound that his teachings would be hidden across ages, veiled in symbols, preserved in secret. Hermes is believed to be the founder of the first esoteric school in ancient Egypt. This wasn't a school of textbooks and lectures. It was a temple of direct experience, where sacred truths were revealed only to those who were truly ready. His teachings were so deep it protected that the word hermetic itself came to mean sealed, closed, inaccessible to the uninitiated. Roughly 35 writings were credited to him, many lost in the tragic destruction of the Library of Alexandria. But a few survived, and from those remnants, a light continued to glow. In 1908, a mysterious book surfaced, the Kybalion. Its authors hid behind the title, The 3 Initiates. Though the book appears modern, its roots run deep. It distills the ancient Hermetic wisdom into a form the modern mind can grasp, while still vibrating with the same energy as the inscriptions found in Egypt's sacred temples. This knowledge was never meant for the crowd. That's why it has remained hidden, whispered through generations, passed from one prepared soul to another. And it all begins with the first Hermetic principle, mentalism. According to this principle, everything, absolutely everything, is mind. The entire cosmos, from stars to thoughts, from nature rhythms to human dreams, exists within one vast consciousness. For the initiated, this isn't just poetic, it's reality. We are not looking at the universe from outside it. We are within it. More than that, we exist within the mind of the all. Picture a consciousness so infinite, so powerful, that every thought it has becomes reality. That is the all, the source of everything. Hindus call it Mahat, the great mind. Gnostics call it Pleroma. Hermeticists simply refer to it as the all. But what does that mean in our daily life? It means the life you're experiencing right now is being directly crafted by the nature of your thoughts. Everything starts from within. Nothing changes in the outer world without first shifting in the inner world. Your mind is the blueprint, the lens through which you see life. Your beliefs, Your mental habits, your emotional patterns all come together like a brush painting the picture of your reality. It's like we're living in a simulation, not a digital one, but a spiritual system governed by universal laws. And here's the most fascinating part. You're not a passive character. You are a co-creator. Your thoughts, emotions, intentions, and energetic state are actively shaping the world around you. This truth is at the core of all ancient wisdom. It's why Buddha taught that suffering begins in the mind. Why Jesus said faith has the power to move mountains. And why Hermes revealed that the foundation of all things is mental in nature. Even modern science is starting to catch up. Quantum physics, particularly the observer effect, demonstrates that the behavior of particles can change based on whether or not they're being observed. This suggests a deep link between consciousness and physical reality. Mind influences matter. So if the entire universe is mental, and you are a reflection of that cosmic mind, then what's stopping you from consciously designing your own reality? Once you begin to grasp this, that everything starts in the mind and manifests outward, it naturally brings up a powerful question. If this is true, then why does life sometimes feel so chaotic? Why do some suffer endlessly while others seem to move through life with grace? The answer is hidden in what the Kybalion teaches. Everything happens by law. True randomness does not exist. What we usually call luck, coincidence, or fate is simply a spiritual law we haven't yet recognized. The universe isn't running on chaos. It's unfolding like a perfectly structured symphony, orchestrated by 7 universal laws. And these laws don't require your belief to work. Just like gravity doesn't need your permission, these laws operate constantly, whether you're aware of them or not. One of the most important Hermetic principles is the law of cause and effect. Everything you're living through right now is the outcome of causes you've set into motion in the past, not just through your actions, but through your repeated thoughts, emotional states, and subtle energetic patterns. This is karma. This is energetic cause and effect. This is Hermeticism in its rawest form. To help clarify this, let me share a story. In a peaceful village surrounded by mountains, there lived an old gardener known for his quiet strength and wisdom. He tended his plants every single day, with care and patience, no matter if the sun scorched or storms rolled in. One day, a frustrated young man from the village, disheartened by his constant failures, approached the old man and asked, "Why does life treat me so harshly, while you seem so content and calm?" The gardener simply smiled and replied, "Come with me at sunrise tomorrow. I want to show you something." The next morning, they climbed to the top of a hill with a small seed in hand. The old man told the young one to plant it and water it every day. Days passed. Nothing happened. Weeks later, a tiny sprout emerged. The young man smiled. But soon after, a violent storm came and tore the sprout from the soil. Angry and disappointed, the young man yelled, "See, nothing ever works out for me." The old gardener, still calm, said, "You wish to grow a mighty oak with the patience meant for a daisy. That seed was just one among countless causes. Your life is made of every seed you've ever planted, consciously or not. Some grow quickly, others take time. Some you've forgotten you even sowed, but none escape the law." This simple story carries the essence of the law of cause and effect. You're not a helpless victim of random fate. You are witnessing the results of your past actions, thoughts, and vibrations, some intentional, others unconscious. Everything you feel, think, desire, reject, everything you vibrate echoes back to you in the form of experiences. What you send out comes back. That's the law. Life may not move in a straight line, and its timing may not always be clear, But the rhythm is real. The return is guaranteed. Once we realize that everything we go through is a result of past actions, choices, and vibrations we've set in motion, the ups and downs of life start to make more sense. We begin to recognize that there's a deeper pattern behind both the triumphs and the challenges we face. Still, even with this awareness, there are moments when things feel like they're falling apart. You make progress, only to feel like you're slipping backward. This feeling of losing ground can be disheartening. But this too follows a deeper principle, one of the 7 Hermetic laws, the law of rhythm. This law teaches us that everything in the universe moves in cycles. Nothing is static. All things rise and fall. Emotions, energy, relationships, finances, health, even spiritual growth, all of it flows like a pendulum, swinging between two poles. Sometimes the movement is obvious, other times it's subtle, but the rhythm is always there. Just like the ocean has its tides, just like night follows day and winter precedes spring, our lives go through predictable natural cycles. These aren't signs of failure, they're the sacred mechanics of creation. Even in the financial world, this principle plays out clearly. Experienced investors know that markets don't grow endlessly. Corrections, moments of decline, are part of the cycle. The secret is not to fear the lows or get carried away by the highs. That's the wisdom of rhythm in action. And there's an even deeper insight. Plato once said that the soul evolves in a spiral. This means that when it feels like you're back where you started, you're actually at a higher level than before. It's like hiking up a spiral staircase. You might pass the same views, but you're seeing them from a new height, with more clarity and understanding. What once broke you now barely shakes you. What used to feel like the end is now just another step forward. What you think is regression is actually a necessary curve in the spiral of your evolution. This changes everything. When you embrace the rhythm instead of resisting it, you stop fighting the natural flow. You learn to use the quieter inward phases for reflection and growth, and the outward, expansive phases for action and creation. The key isn't to avoid life's movement, but to learn how to move with it, to dance with the rhythm. And just as rhythm teaches us the flow of life, another Hermetic law reveals a deeper truth, the law of polarity. Everything in existence has two sides, but they are not opposites, they are simply different degrees of the same thing. Cold and hot are not different substances, they're different temperatures on the same scale. The same goes for emotions. Fear and courage, sadness and joy, chaos and order. These are not separate. They're vibrations at different frequencies of the same essence. The higher the vibration, the more refined the experience. Matter, for example, is slow-moving energy, dense and solid. As vibration increases, it becomes energy, then light, then spirit. At its highest point, this vibration reunites with the source, what we might call God, the All. And this is where the true art of transmutation begins. You don't need to erase parts of yourself or fight against your shadows. Instead, the path of inner alchemy invites you to elevate what's already within. You can transform fear into bravery, possessiveness into conscious love, anger into purposeful action. Even pain can become a doorway to awakening. This is the heart of spiritual alchemy, not turning physical lead into gold, but raising the vibration of your internal states, shifting low energy into a higher consciousness without denying or suppressing what's there. Just as a physical alchemist carefully works with fire, controlling its intensity to achieve transformation, the spiritual practitioner learns to observe their thoughts, emotions, and energies with clarity and intention. With focus, timing, and presence, they raise their own vibration. That is what it means to awaken your true power and put your purpose into motion. And when you reach this stage, something starts to move within you quietly, invisibly, but undeniably. A subtle inner shift begins, and even though it may feel small, its impact is profound. As you begin living by the Hermetic Principles and practicing the art of inner transformation, something shifts. You begin to truly see yourself. And with this newfound clarity, you may come to realize that what you once called your life purpose was never a final destination. It was more like a spark, a small light tossed ahead by your soul, not to be clung to, but to get you moving forward. How many times have you poured your heart into something, believing it was your ultimate mission, only to reach it and feel disconnected? This experience is common among those walking the conscious path. And it's not failure, it's divine design. Hermes Trismegistus once said, "The path reveals the seeker." In other words, you're not supposed to have it all figured out from the start. You uncover the truth as you walk. You become who you are through the journey itself. Every dream, every goal, every desire you've ever held was a perfect mirror of your consciousness in that moment. And as your consciousness evolves, your dreams will too. That's why some ambitions fade before they ever materialize, not because you gave up, but because the part of you that longed for them no longer exists. It's been replaced by a deeper, wiser version of you. That's not inconsistency. That's growth. Purpose isn't something static or fixed. It's not a single mission, etched in stone. It breathes. It shifts with your awareness. It adapts as you expand. Imagine standing in a wide, open field. Ahead of you, you toss a small, glowing ball, an intention, a goal, a desire. You run toward it, commit fully, immerse yourself. But along the way, another ball appears. It shines differently. It calls to a deeper part of you. Naturally, you're drawn to it. That doesn't mean the first goal was wrong. It served its purpose. It pulled you out of stagnation, moved you forward, awakened something within. Each of these glowing orbs is a sacred milestone. They aren't the finish line. They're stepping stones, teachers, triggers for your next evolution. The real mistake is holding on to an old desire out of fear of judgment, fear of seeming scattered. But what others might call inconsistency is often a soul that's expanding. Changing direction isn't failure. It's resonance. And maybe right now, a new call is beginning to rise within you. Maybe it's subtle, a feeling in your chest, a quiet urge to start fresh, move somewhere new, learn something unexpected. Even if your mind can't explain it, it's real. That's the whisper of a next cycle waiting for your yes. That's the beauty of awakened consciousness. Realizing that purpose is not a destination, but a spiral ever rising, ever deepening. With each turn, you gain a new view. What once seemed vital may now feel small. Not because it lost value, but because your perspective grew. So let go of the guilt. You don't have to apologize for changing. You don't have to cling to old dreams just to appear stable. Every goal you chased was part of the unfolding. Every turn, every mistake, every shift was exactly what needed to happen. Purpose doesn't live out there waiting at the finish line. It's inside you, awakening with every step you take. With every yes to your own unfolding, the path reveals itself. As long as you keep tossing those glowing intentions ahead and moving toward them with curiosity and presence, the journey will continue to unfold with meaning. Because purpose isn't about arriving, it's about becoming. All the Hermetic laws are connected. They are the foundational blueprint of reality. And the more you align them, the more clearly you see nothing is random. There is a design behind everything, an invisible order woven into your life, guiding every step. This hidden structure is the thread that ties all your experiences together, a spiritual code that reveals itself through the Seven Hermetic Principles. And as you go deeper into any one law, you start to feel the presence of the others. Because at their core, they are all expressions of the same truth. When we talk about the law of rhythm, we inevitably touch on polarity. And when we explore cause and effect, we're drawn right back to mentalism. These Hermetic principles are not isolated. They're interconnected, like threads woven into a single divine tapestry. Pull on one, and the rest move with it. Each law is a different expression of the all. Together, they reveal how the universal mind operates, how reality is not random, but designed with precision. Mentalism is the core structure, the foundation. It teaches us that all is mind. Everything starts as thought, as conscious energy. Your entire experience begins in the unseen realm of ideas. Correspondence acts as the mirror between realms. As above, so below. As within, so without. This law helps you recognize how the external world reflects your internal state, and how the micro mirrors the macro. Vibration reveals the movement behind all things. Nothing is truly still. Everything is energy in motion, pulsing at its own frequency. This law shows you how creation is not fixed, but constantly flowing. Polarity tells us that every experience exists on a spectrum, hot and cold, joy and sorrow, love and fear. These are not opposites, but different intensities of the same energy. With awareness, you can shift from one end to the other. Rhythm reminds us that life moves in waves. Highs and lows are part of the same cycle. Just as the ocean has tides and the seasons change, so does your personal journey. This law teaches you patience, timing, and trust. Cause and effect tells us that nothing happens by accident. Every moment is a response to something you've put into motion. Your reality is shaped by your choices, conscious or unconscious. What you put out always comes back. Gender reveals the dual creative forces within all things: the active and the receptive, the seed and the soil. Creation happens when these forces work in harmony, both within the universe and within you. Together, these 7 laws are the hidden architecture of reality. They are the operating system behind everything that exists. Most people live unaware of them, reacting to life's changes like leaves blown by the wind. But those who see these patterns, those who live them with awareness, become conscious creators. They become the alchemists of their own world. How to use the Kybalion to transform your life? Once you begin to recognize the universal code behind your experiences, a powerful truth reveals itself. The initiate does not resist the laws, he flows with them. The Kybalion is clear. The wise don't fight the current, they ride it. The unaware are carried along like driftwood, powerless and reactive. But the conscious swimmer, they understand the flow, they feel the rhythm, and they move with purpose. Imagine 2 people in a river with a strong current. One tries to push forward through sheer willpower, fighting the water. He grows tired, frustrated, and eventually swept away. The other, he studies the current, feels its pull. And how do you apply the Kybalion in your daily life? Because you're not just here to hear theories or admire concepts, you're here to embody this knowledge, to live it, to activate your own transformation. And yes, it's possible. The shift begins by applying these principles with awareness. So let's now explore each Hermetic law one by one clearly, simply and with real-life examples, so you can begin using them to shape your reality from the inside out. Today's focus: mentalism. Everything begins in the mind. Your reality is a mirror of your most consistent thoughts. Think scarcity, you'll feel lack. Vibrate fear, you'll encounter more to fear. What can you do? Pay close attention to your internal dialogue. Begin your mornings with uplifting affirmations. Visualize daily. See and feel the life you want as if it's already here. Stay away from negative talk or content. It clouds your mental field. Real-life example. Instead of saying, "I never have enough money," shift to, "Every day, I create new opportunities for abundance." Correspondence. What's outside is a reflection of what's within. Got a confusing relationship? Check your self-talk, messy home. It might reflect a cluttered mind. What to do? Start with the small. Clean your space. Eat with intention. Move your body. Your inner world will begin to mirror the order you're creating. Practical example. Before making a big decision, tidy your room. A clear environment, a clear mind. Vibration. Everything is in motion. Everything has frequency. You can only draw in what matches your current vibration. Want love? Radiate it. Want peace? Embody it. How to raise your frequency? Spend time in silence or nature. Meditate. Laugh. Dance. Listen to music. Practice gratitude. It's a powerful frequency booster. Simple habit. Keep a gratitude journal. Write 3 things you're thankful for every day. In less than 3 minutes, your frequency will shift. Polarity. Everything has 2 poles. Cold and hot are degrees of temperature. Love and hate, 2 ends of the same emotional energy. You don't have to destroy the negative, just shift it. What to do? Channel anger into movement, creativity, or voice. Use fear as a signal to become more aware. Transmute emotion instead of suppressing it. Example, feeling sad? Don't run from it. Let it push you to find deeper meaning. Rhythm. Life moves in waves. There are highs and lows. No one stays high vibe all the time, and that's natural. What to do? Rest when you're low. Act when you're high. Don't judge your slower days, they're sacred too. Real-world tip. On a day when energy is low, let yourself slow down, guilt-free. That's honoring the rhythm. Cause and effect. Nothing is random. Every moment you live is the result of something you thought, felt, or did before. What to do? Start planting different seeds today. Adjust your mindset, your habits, even your posture. Example, if you're constantly anxious, look at your routine. Are you sleeping enough? Eating well? Resting? Small causes create powerful results. Gender. Everything contains both masculine and feminine energies. Masculine, action. Direction. Feminine, intuition, feeling, creation. Balance between the two is where true power lives. What to do? Take action when it's time to move. Retreat inward when it's time to feel. Let your intuition guide your planning. Example, before making an important decision, tune in. Feel first. Then act with clarity. You don't have to be perfect. You just need to align with the laws. When your internal world shifts, the outer world will always respond. It always has. But now you're finally tuning in. Before you go, there's something important waiting for you in the first pinned comment. I've linked to the Kybalion for anyone ready to go deeper into this timeless wisdom. And if this video resonated with you and you'd like to support this work, there's also a link for contributions. Every bit helps keep the channel alive and this message flowing to more people who, like you, are awakening. Thank you for walking this path. See you in the next video.